in Kimberley. Amongst the donations to be distributed are food, masks and soap to 1,000 family members. They will also raise awareness about drug abuse and will send out a stern warning to drug dealers that drugs are not what Mandela stood for. A recovered drug user forms part of the group. Raising COVID awareness will also be on top of their agenda. For more on this, let's cross live to our colleague Reginald Vetboy. Reginald, a very good morning to you. A bit worried, I can see the footage in the background. People are not social distancing. But what can you tell us about where you are?
A very good afternoon to you, Desiree. Yes, indeed, it was on in November 2009 that the United Nations declared 18 July International Nelson Mandela Day, and we had our first International Nelson Mandela Day on the 18th of July 2010, and we know that every year on this day people are encouraged to take 67 minutes of their time to do good unto those in need. Well, here in Kimberley, it's no different. Volunteers came out and it's community members that started a volunteer group prior to COVID-19 because they saw that people are in much need of food, that social ills are plaguing their community. But joining me now is Hamim Abrams, a community activist. Good afternoon to you, Hamim. We are here in Homevale and we know that today is Nelson Mandela Day. Volunteers came out. Just tell us what's exactly going to be happening. I know that 4 areas will be served.
Yes, Reginald. We have a wonderful group of volunteers that came together for the greater good of the community. And we decided that prior to Nelson Mandela Day, we had our food distribution and prepared meals that we serve to the most vulnerable in our communities. So in honor of Mandela Day, we decided to upscale it, where today we are serving 4 different communities, 4 areas where we will be distributing more than 1,000 meals to deserving people that are in need of that nutritious meal per day.
And then also, a few weeks ago, I did a story about a recovered drug user, El Mondre, and I know in Homevale, drug abuse is sky high. You also want to tackle that today?
Yes, Reginald. As you have mentioned, our area is plagued with young people especially that are substance dependent. So that is one of the things that we're trying to fight as well. This volunteer group that came together, they are busy working in the community, creating awareness on the dangers of substance abuse and also encouraging young people to make better choices in life. And we also want to make use of this day, especially in honor of Nelson Mandela, a great icon that we want to call upon young people, refrain from substance abuse. There are other alternatives there. And then also to those selling these deadly potions to our children, to refrain from that, because we're giving you notice now. Stop or we'll be forced to take action against you.
And then just lastly, we are sitting with the COVID-19 pandemic. You also want to raise awareness of COVID-19, particularly social distancing and asking people to adhere to government's regulations.
Yes, Reginald, as I said, this group decided on a multi-factional approach on this whole thing. For Mandela Day, we're going to also be distributing soap, sanitizers, especially to our older people that are more susceptible to contracting COVID-19. So we're going out in the community, donating soap that we also raised amongst ourselves, hand sanitizers, and also masks that we collected and was sponsored with, and also to spread the awareness on COVID-19. Say this is a deadly disease, it's here, it's real. And also what we're trying to do is get people to comply to all these regulations and enforce them. In fact, the volunteers has also started a neighborhood watch where we, with the cooperation with the South African Police Services, will be doing, or they are doing, nighttime patrols and enforcing the lockdown rules, enforcing the curfew, make sure that people are off the street by 9 o'clock, break up illegal gatherings, report those, and then also to ensure that our streets are safe and people adhere to all these lockdown regulations.
Thank you very much. Well, Desiree, that was Hamim Abrams, a community activist, telling us about what they are doing here in Homevale in Kimberley in terms of International Nelson Mandela Day. And you and I know that a lot of families will be happy just to get a proper meal today. And we know that Mandela Day should not only be on the 18th of July annually, but every day, as they say, should be Mandela Day.
Reginald, thank you so much for that update. Of course, we're touching base in different parts